If you want to make a lot of money and become very wealthy, then you have to stick with me to the end of this video. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 skills that you must have for you to earn as much as 6 to 7 figures monthly. And it does not matter where you are, where you're from, your level of degree, your exposure, or the kind of people you know. As a matter of fact, if you lose all your money with these 3 skills I'll be talking about, you can get everything back in no time. If at any point in this video you find the information I'll be sharing resourceful and useful for you, please go ahead and like this video and drop a comment section so that it can help the algorithm and reach as much people as need to watch this. Now let's dive right into what I have for you. The first thing I'm going to talk about is learn how to sell. Really, if you know how to sell, you can never be broke again. It will literally make you a millionaire. I've seen a lot of people who have so many skills, who are quite knowledgeable, and they have so many information that could be useful to people, but they literally don't know how to sell it. People would pay you money for you to sell stuff for them. People would pay you money just for you to get a problem solved. And most of the time, you have the solution without knowing how to reach the people who are interested in the solution you have, or how to even get them to dip their hand into their pockets and bring out money just to get the solution you are providing to them. For instance, probably you love to write. This is something that you can sell. There are so many brands, there are so many people who do not really have time to write, and they are looking for people who could do this for them, and they in turn pay you for doing that. Now, even if you think you have no solution that you can provide for people for them to pay you their money to, this is something that you can take your time to learn. Look around you. What are the problems the people around you are facing that you think that you would be willing to offer them solution for and get paid in returns? Look for what people hate but they do. Probably someone that is an influencer that does not really like to edit pictures. You can go ahead to offer that solution for them to edit their pictures, and you get paid probably on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. This will actually make you a lot of money. You must learn to sell. And I think that there's a lot of misconception when it comes to selling. So many people think that you need to have a physical product before you can sell. No, you don't need to have a physical product. You can sell your service, you can sell your expertise. Maybe the people around you, they really don't love to cook, and you can do that for them in exchange for money. So look for what people hate but they do every day. Probably there's an entrepreneur around you who is busy and has to do all the cooking and washing. You can provide that solution for them, helping them to cook or wash, and then you get paid for it. If you know how to sell, you can never be broke. As long as you know how to deliver consistently and effectively, you will surely get someone that will employ you to help them solve their problems. There's one thing I need to chip in anyways. Time is people's problem. For instance, as an entrepreneur myself, I don't have all the time to be washing all my clothes. I don't have all the time to be doing some things around the house. So I get people who would do this for me in exchange for money, because I know that the time that I would probably be using in doing that, I could use it to make a lot of money for myself. So as they're helping me get my job done, I have enough time for myself. I have enough time to focus on my businesses. I have enough time to focus on my skill and on more of my skill and make money for myself. That way, they are getting paid for their jobs, which is me providing job for them, and I'm also getting enough time to make more money for myself. So there are people who do things that basically they hate, and you can provide that solution for them. If you're able to do this consistently and you deliver quality and promptly, you can never be broke. There was a time last year I needed some extra cash for myself, and I really know how to set goals. I really know how to set effective goals and all of that. So I decided to organize a class where I taught so many people how to set effective goals and how to manage their times. And I really was able to get a lot of people, because there are people who don't know how to manage their time. They don't know how to set realistic and effective goals for themselves. And because of that, and I was providing a solution for them, and as a result of that, I was able to get a lot of people, and I was able to make 6 figures in just a matter of 2 weeks. I was able to make 6 figures. So when I tell you that you can make as much as 6 to 7 figures monthly, it is very possible. It just depends on the solution you are providing and getting it to people who are really in need of it. Because if you are providing that kind of solution to people who don't even understand what goal setting is, they don't understand what time management is, they basically waste their time and they have no feeling about how they use their time, you definitely might not get people who will pay for you to teach them that. So what I did was that I put it up on my social media pages so that it could reach the kind of people who are looking for someone that could teach them in ways that they can set realistic goals. And I was really able to get tons of people into my class, and I was able to make 6 figures for myself in just less than 2 weeks. So whatever solution that you know that you can provide, probably you can edit pictures, you can be a voiceover artist, you can edit videos, all of these things will make you a lot of money. You just need to know how to sell it. If you know how to sell, you can never be broke. learning to sell, getting to the right audience will make you a lot of money. Now I'm going to the second one, but before I do that, I just need to quickly chip this in. Now, out of these 3 skills I'll be talking about, even if you have one of them, you can never be broke. And if you have 3 of them, you are unstoppable. Literally, you are unstoppable. You can make as much as you want at any time of the day. Now, the second one I'll be talking about is how to lead. Now, leading is probably the hardest of the 3 because it lays on the other 2. And one of the reasons why leading is hard is that it is meta and it requires a lot of brain work and activity for you to be able to effectively do this. As a leader, you need to be able to compel, influence, and persuade people to do some things. And of course, you don't need to know how to sell before you can become a great leader, because leading is basically selling. How you show up, how you dress up, how you speak, your courage, the way you communicate with people, the way you direct people, the way you speak with people, basically is leading. And literally it is selling, because you need to be able to communicate your vision, to communicate your mission, to communicate your authority and brand yourself in such a way that people will find you as someone they can submit to and someone that can persuade and influence them. And this is the reason why I said that it is definitely the hardest. And the reason is because not so many people believe in themselves. So many people have doubts about themselves, and leading requires a lot of mental capacity, because if you are doubtful, people can basically smell it off you that this person is actually shaking, this person is actually very doubtful, and there is no firmness. You are not commanding respect. You are not commanding. I'm not talking about being proud and being bossy. I'm talking about being able to command respect, being able to get people to take action based on the way you communicate without any form of bully. Because so many people can feel your strength, they can feel your energy. It's like an incense that flows out of you, so they can see it all around if you are doubtful. And this is the reason why so many people cannot lead, because they don't believe in themselves. They don't love themselves so much to engage in the kind of requirement that allows you to effectively lead, persuade, and influence people. And let me say this before I go to the last one. As a leader, you must have your results, because why should people listen to you? Why should people allow you influence them? Why should people do what you ask them to do? Why should they follow you? So you must have a result. Results command respect a lot. So if you are going to go into this leading, you must ensure that you personally brand yourself. Your branding, your authority, everything about you is near perfect, and you have results for it, because people are definitely not going to follow someone that does not have results. And the last one is learn how to build. This is probably one of the easiest, because if you know how to sell, definitely you should know how to build. And building is simply when you get a lot of prospects or clients who are willing to pay you for their money, and you just create a structure that allows you to deliver to so many clients. Maybe you start employing people in your team. Maybe some people will help you in editing your videos, some will help you in writing your content, some will help you in handling in social media pages and all of that. If you know how to build, definitely you can never run out of money, because you have people working for you. You have more time for yourself also. And as long as you are able to deliver to your clients, and you are communicating well, and you are also reliable, you can never be broke, and you remain wealthy and make as much as 6 to 7 figures monthly, as long as you're consistent and reliable. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Now I need to let you know that this is something that I do for myself, and I've been able to gather so much result for myself. I lead and direct people who have gone ahead to get a lot of results for themselves. I have a webinar that is coming up where I'll be putting people through this in-depthly. It's going to be very in-depth, and you get to ask me questions about how you can do this yourself and how you can start earning money for yourself. If you want to join this webinar, I'm going to put up the link in the description. You can go ahead and click the link so that you can join the waitlist. Thank you guys for watching. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe before going. Thank you for joining this growing family. I'm Toby, and as always, I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.